What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. You know, this is weird because I'm not a fan of Elon. I don't like the position and stance he took on Palestine and whose side he took in this entire, genocide. But oddly, I think I'm going to come to his defense. This is about the whole banning of accounts recently. And let's be real. Because I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm not going to make like a big old long video about this. People want the freedom of speech to say things on his platform and in his business, which X is a business, and he needs to attract advertisers and keep money coming in. They want to say things on his platform that you can't say in public, you can't say at your job, and if you own a business, you can't say in your business, and hope to keep the doors open or stay employed or not get canceled. Look, freedom of speech has never, I can't remember when, since maybe like the 40s or 50s maybe, it has not been okay to talk the way that people are talking on X for a long time. You can't, if you want freedom of speech, then do this. Whatever you say on X, go out and say in public. Say it at your job, openly, be clear about it. Say it in your business if you own the business, and see how well that goes for you. You see, people want to say things on X that'll get you canceled in the real world. And they know it'll get you canceled in the real world. But then they don't want to be canceled on X. And here's what's happening. The people who can actually afford to say the things that they want to say, they're not working regular jobs. Like Jake Shields. Jake Shields is not working a regular job. I'm just using him as an example. He got canceled recently. Myron got canceled from Fresh and Fit. These guys, they're driving supercars. They got a lot of money. They can afford to say these things. It's not easy, but they can afford it. They have enough momentum to keep things going. So it's inconvenient that they get canceled on X, but it's not like, it's not a crushing blow. But you, the regular dude, if you go out and say this, you'll lose your job. You'll lose your business will get tanked. That's why most of the gay ropers, I call them gay ropers, that's why they're all anonymous. Because if you go out talking the way you talk, you will get canceled in the real world. And you know it. So why do you think it's going to be different? Why do you think you can go on somebody else's platform, someone else's business, and wreck his business with your jerkness? See, this is like very feminine behavior. You want someone else to take the consequences of your dickness. And so what's happening? It's pretty clear what's happening. If you, a large account, attract tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people who are just a bunch of wankers, they're going to go for you. Because you're like the nest. They're going to burn the ground that all these people flock to land. You know what they say, burn the ground that they land to so they have nowhere to go. This is what they're doing. Because it's easier to go after one account that attracts 100,000 racists saying racist things instead of going after 100,000 racists individually. And if you're a large account and you're the one who's making all those statements, you're just burning your own ground. You're burning your own nest. Just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you got to be an absolute wanker cunt. You don't have to just say everything and anything. You can just be smart about it. Say it in a smart way. Be intelligent. Everybody likes to talk about how intelligent they are, and I'm so smart because I'm white, and you're stupid because you're black and whatever else. But you're not smart enough to realize that this is a platform that is a business, and he has to keep the lights on at X. What, you think he's going to take all his Tesla money to keep X going? You think the guy got to where he was because he's an idiot? And if you keep burning the platform and running off advertisers and people, an advertiser's not going to be like, you know what? Like, wow. Like, you know what? I just can't be here. It's like, look at this. I have a business online that I don't have connected to Abuamerican. It's like, I don't want a bunch of racists coming onto my sales page that I have on X, like posting a bunch of crazy stuff. You know why? Because I just want to sell my product. And if I have a demographic and they're like just one demographic, and let's say they're 10 million people, and I cater to those, or I let those 10 million people ruin my sales to like 7 billion people. Am I a smart businessman? Yeah, you have freedom of speech, but I'm pretty sure he didn't mean, hey, let's just go on here and let everybody just go on here and call everybody niggers, jeets, you know, Jews, this, that, the other. I'm pretty sure that's not what he had in mind. Because when he was talking about freedom of speech, he was talking about criticizing the left mostly, wasn't he? See, you have to have a memory that's longer than that of a TikTok. Because Jack owned what? Twitter at the time, Jack Dorsey. And they were just canceling people if you had an opposing idea to what the left was presenting. You said something against COVID, you said something against the left, you were canceled. And so he bought it and he said, freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want. Nowhere in this, where was the talk of like you can come on and be a racist cunt? Where did all of that come in from all of a sudden? You guys injected that into yourself and you ruined it. I'll give you an example from video gaming. There was the game Conan the Barbarian. Conan was supposed to be this awesome game that comes out, open world, you know, free PvP, this, that, the other. And then the PvP nutheads, they came in and they started ruining the game. Because what did they do? They made the game about griefing. And then when you go online, all they were talking about, oh yeah, this grief. We can grief people. And what did they do? They got on the game and they started griefing people. And guess what happened? Everybody left the game. The game tanked. They said it was open world PvP. They didn't say it was a game of griefing. And then everybody's online, oh, we were supposed to be able to do this and that and the other. And like, you know, go around frustrating the people and making the madness that they're... People were literally saying this online forums. But it was never about that. It's the same thing here. Where did he ever say, hey, you can come on here and be a racist cunt? He said you can say whatever you want. But, you know, here we go. The whole, and this is funny because the guy said this to me today. How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? Where in his statement did he say, come on here, start talking about niggers, jeets, and Jews, and this, that, the other, and just insulting and offending people for their ethnicity, race, religion, or whatever else? Where did he ever say that? He said you can say whatever you want as long as it's not illegal. Okay, fine. Saying niggers and this, that, the other is not illegal. But tell me, will you get canceled if you go into your job today? Or, okay, today's the 1st of January, but if you go into your job on the first day of work and start just, you know, throwing around niggers, jeets, Jews, this, that, the other, how long are you going to stay employed? If you have a business, you open the doors and you start talking about all these things just the same way you do on X as an anonymous, or all these anonymouses do, how long is your business going to stay open? Tell me. You know, a little common sense helps. A little common sense helps. And then you got people on here like arguing and fighting with me and mad at me because it's like, hey, you know, I can see the business sense in what he's doing. I'm not saying I'm okay with it. Don't cancel the people. Hey, just let them know. Be clear what you mean. But maybe to him, it's clear what he meant. I think, I'm assuming here, maybe I'm making assumptions. I don't think this is what he meant when he said free speech. But hey, you know what? You guys do what you want to do. Yeah, and then see how long your account lasts. But the writing's on the wall. It's clear now. Say what you want, but be within reason. The rules that apply on X, he's made it clear at this point. The rules that will get you canceled in the real world will get you canceled on X. And in the real world, everybody says you have freedom of speech, right? No one's saying you don't have freedom of speech. This is never an argument here. Why are you not making that argument out in the real world then? I want the right to say nigger at my job. I want the right to curse black people at my job and Jews and this one and that one and whatever else. I mean, heck, even I do it. I do it a little bit, not as much as everybody else, some of these other accounts, but even I do it. But I understand. I say it all the time. This might blow up in my face one day. I understand it's a dangerous proposition and thing, or not proposition, but it's a dangerous path that I've taken. I understand that. I understand it has consequences. I don't believe there is freedom of speech. You say certain things and it'll get you canceled, and sometimes rightfully so. So don't be mad at Elon. The dude's got a business to run. It's a business. And you think, for instance, he's going to let you come along and tank it, Mr. Anonymous, non-paying guy making Guy Roper grape memes about little kids because you don't like the wife jack meme or whatever else. You really think he's going to let his business tank because of you? Then y'all mad because the Jews that pay him money, he's not canceling them, but you, Mr. Whoever, Gay Roper, it's your anonymous count. You're mad because Elon's not favoring you. It'll help him keep the lights on. Pay the bills. No? Well, then get used to this. Anyway, if racism is such an amazing thing, if it keeps the lights on and the business is running, then you show me where that business model is. Show me where the business model for racism is. Show me all these jobs for racists and racism. Show it to me. I'd like to see the job listings in the business models for that. Right? But you can't do it. And so Elon's not trying to make it his business model. Don't be shocked and surprised that he's doing what it takes and what's necessary to protect his business. It's your man, Abuamerican.